Scene script. Have you ever wondered what the global economy might look like in 2050? Imagine a world where the balance of economic power has shifted, where new players have emerged on the global stage, and where the landscape of international commerce has been reshaped. That's what we're exploring today, the future of the global economy. Understanding the potential trajectory of the global economy isn't just a fascinating thought experiment, it's crucial for businesses, governments, and individuals alike. The economic superpowers of tomorrow will determine the flow of trade, the advancement of technology, the preservation of the environment, and even the direction of societal change. So, what determines an economic superpower? There are several key factors at play. First, there's gross domestic product, or GDP, which represents the total value of goods and services produced by a country. It's a measure of economic strength and productivity. Next, technological advancements. In today's digital age, technology plays a pivotal role in shaping economies. Countries at the forefront of technological innovation are likely to have a competitive edge in the global marketplace. Then we have population. A large, young, and educated workforce can drive economic growth, while demographic shifts such as aging populations or declining birth rates can pose significant challenges. Finally, natural resources. From oil and gas to rare earth metals, the possession of natural resources can greatly influence a country's economic standing. Yet, in an increasingly eco-conscious world, how these resources are managed and utilized is more important than ever. As we delve into the future of the global economy, we'll be looking at all these factors and more. We'll be analyzing predictions, exploring possibilities, and discussing what it all means for our shared future. So, are you ready to take a peek into the crystal ball of global economics? Stay tuned as we unveil the top 5 predicted economic superpowers of 2050. The future holds intriguing prospects. Let's dive into the top 5 economies predicted to dominate by 2050. We begin with China, currently the world's second-largest economy. A powerhouse of manufacturing and technological innovation, China is expected to ascend to the top spot by mid-century. With its rapidly growing consumer market and consistent economic growth, it's a safe bet that China will continue to flex its economic muscle for decades to come. Next up is India. Presently the world's 5th-largest economy, India's growth trajectory points to a bright future. Fueled by a booming tech industry, a young and rapidly urbanizing population, and progressive economic reforms, India is poised to leapfrog into the 2nd spot by 2050. In 3rd place we find the United States, the current reigning economic champion. Although predicted to slip a couple of spots, the US will continue to play a significant role on the global economic stage. Its robust tech sector, innovative spirit, and vast consumer market ensure its position among the top 3. Our 4th contender is Indonesia. Currently the world's 16th largest economy, Indonesia is predicted to make a significant leap by 2050. Blessed with abundant natural resources and a young, growing workforce, this Southeast Asian nation is on a fast track to economic ascendancy. Last but not least, we have Brazil. The largest economy in Latin America, Brazil is expected to round out the top 5 by 2050. With a diverse and growing economy, rich in natural resources and powered by a vast agricultural sector, Brazil is well positioned to claim its spot among the global economic elite. These 5 countries, each with their unique strengths and challenges, are poised to shape the course of the global economy in the coming decades. It's a fascinating time to be alive as we witness the unfolding of a new world order. Wondering why these countries have been chosen? Let's delve deeper. Each of these countries has a unique path to economic superpower status. Let's dive in and explore the factors that could propel them to the top. First, we have the technological titan, known for its cutting-edge innovations and robust digital infrastructure. This country's impressive technological prowess will likely fuel its economic rise, with industries like artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotech playing a pivotal role. The growth of these high-tech sectors could potentially catapult this nation to the forefront of the global economy. Next, there is a country whose strength lies in its burgeoning population. With a youthful and fast-growing populace, this country is expected to have a vibrant and productive workforce in the coming decades. This demographic advantage, coupled with strategic investments in education and skill development, could set the stage for this country's ascent to economic dominance. Then, we have a nation rich in natural resources. From minerals to fossil fuels, this country's wealth of resources provides a solid foundation for economic growth. Furthermore, Its strategic efforts to diversify its economy and invest in sustainable technologies could enhance its economic resilience and long-term prosperity. Another contender is a country that has been steadily strengthening its economic policies and infrastructure. By prioritizing reform and modernization, this country has been fostering a conducive environment for business and investment. Its robust financial sector, coupled with its commitment to economic liberalization, could propel it to the status of a global economic powerhouse. Finally, there is a country that has been leveraging its strategic geographic location to its advantage. This country is poised to become a vital hub for global trade and commerce, thanks to its excellent connectivity and world-class infrastructure. Its strategic location, coupled with its open and business-friendly policies, could significantly boost its economic stature on the global stage. It's fascinating to see the potential growth of these countries, but how do they compare to each other? Let's find out in our next segment. Now that we know who the potential superpowers are, how do they stack up against each other? Let's start with China, projected to continue its trajectory as a global economic titan. China's strength lies in its massive population, which provides a large labor force and a colossal consumer market. However, it is not without its weaknesses. Its economic growth is largely dependent on exports, making it vulnerable to international trade disputes and fluctuations in global demand. Next up is India. With a rapidly growing economy and a young dynamic workforce, India has the potential to become a major player, but there are challenges too. Its infrastructure is underdeveloped and it has a high poverty rate. These issues, if not addressed, could hinder its economic growth. The United States, currently the world's largest economy, has a wealth of natural resources, a highly developed infrastructure, and a culture of innovation. But it also faces threats. Its aging population could impact its labor force, and its high levels of national debt could pose a risk to its economic stability. Now let's turn to Indonesia. Its strengths lie in its strategic location, abundant natural resources, and a young labor force. However, it has to deal with weaknesses, such as a lack of skilled workers and inadequate infrastructure. Its opportunities could come from increased investment in technology and education, but threats could arise from political instability and climate change. Lastly, we have Brazil. Its vast natural resources and large labor force are its main strengths, but it grapples with high levels of corruption and social inequality. If Brazil can harness its opportunities, such as its growing middle class and potential for renewable energy, it could overcome threats like its dependence on commodity exports. As we can see, each nation has its own set of advantages and challenges. So, what does this all mean? It means that the future of global economic power will not be determined by size alone. It will be shaped by how well these nations can leverage their strengths, address their weaknesses, seize their opportunities, and mitigate their threats. Only then can they truly become the economic superpowers of the future. The future of the global economy is a complex tapestry woven with numerous threads. As we delve into this intricate tapestry, we find a future dominated by new economic giants, with their rise fueled by various factors. This future is not set in stone but rather a prediction based on current trends and data. We've analyzed the top 5 countries poised to dominate the global economy by the year 2050. These countries are set to redefine economic boundaries with their rapid growth and innovative approaches. Each of these potential superpowers, with their unique strengths and strategies, is gearing up to make a significant impact on the world stage. China, with its technological advancements and massive population, is predicted to lead the economic race. India, powered by a rising middle class and youthful demographics, is not far behind. The United States, despite a slower growth rate, remains a formidable force thanks to its technological innovation and strong institutions. Indonesia and Brazil, with their abundant natural resources and strategic locations, are emerging as strong contenders as well. But what does this mean for the world at large? The rise of these new economic behemoths is expected to shift the balance of power, influencing global trade and international relations. Countries worldwide will need to adapt to this new economic landscape, forming alliances, negotiating trade deals, and navigating geopolitical complexities. For individual economies, this shift could mean new opportunities or challenges. It could open up new markets, drive innovation, and foster competition. On the flip side, it could also lead to economic disparities, job displacement, and other socioeconomic challenges. As we look to the future, one thing is clear. The global economy is in for some exciting changes. Stay informed, stay curious, and remember that the future is ours to shape.